Get ready, we're taking a look at spring fashion today. In fact, today's Extraordinary Image segment is sponsored by Albert Calvario, financial advisor with Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, the leading global financial services firm. Creating your unique personal style, that is what Tamra Nashman with Extraordinary Image does best. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Carly?
Good. I'm glad to have you here this morning. I'm excited to talk about. Tamra wants to help you look extraordinary this spring.
Yes,
so we're going to be taking a look at some of the hottest trends this spring.
Yeah.
So were there any unique, interesting trends this year that you saw that piqued your interest?
There are really more for men than women, but you have your usual things that you have every spring for women, which is florals, of course. How original. But there's some interesting things that I see more in the design than the actual change of the fabrics or the clothing. It's just a little bit of tweak in the design for women, but for men, there are really some interesting things, and I have pictures that we can look at later.
Yeah, we're going to get to those in just a second, which is interesting about the women. I'm kind of glad that the trends haven't gone too crazy because that means we can still probably wear some of what we had
absolutely can.
Last spring.
You don't have to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. So that's comforting to know, right?
Well, let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to start with the women, but again, some of the biggest changes is for the men. But here's this floral that you're talking about.
Yes, and I love it because they've kind of reversed the order. Usually you see florals in dresses and blouses, and now you see so many in the pants. This is by Paul and Joe, and a lot of the women's pants that they're showing are florals, and also the shorts are florals, and the skirts too.
I like it. It's fun.
Love it.
Changing it up.
I love it. It's really exciting. And this is Valentino. And you think about florals and dresses. This is almost like a brocade, and this is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Because this will have a tendency, if you're a full-figured woman, this will not be appropriate. Did you see the Oscars?
I did. Yes.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about then. The gal who sang the James Bond theme. Yeah, she had that big floral, and it may even have been this dress, but those tend to make you look a little bit big. So
but at least you can look at some of the trends and maybe incorporate some of that print and maybe something else.
You can incorporate it in a blouse, and you can get away with that too if you're really a thin person.
Now, colors are really big this spring, I know.
Always is. Always the bright colors are big. And we think of spring being pastels, and that's not always true, although there are pastels. The bright colors that you see are so indicative of this spring. And I love this style because this is by Rachel Zoe. She's taken what makes everybody look great, which is a monochromatic from head to toe, but she's done it with some shading, so you have the same family but a slightly different shade on that right side in the vest.
In the orange, yeah,
and it's gorgeous. And what happens when you wear that monochro is it just makes you look long and lean every time.
And this is kind of working for her too.
Yeah, and this is a great color too. This is Nina Ricci. This is a great color that's big for spring, and it's more like in the pink violet kind of stage, and it looks good on all skin colors. So, and just about anybody can wear that. And again, that's very slimming whenever you have a monochromatic approach to your color treatment.
Something not too busy. I love it. So I nothing too crazy. I like that.
I do too.
Practical things.
Yeah, I do too. And the wonderful thing about those designs that we just looked at is that I think they're timeless. Yeah. They can go from season to season to season, so you're not always reinventing the wheel or reinvesting your money.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the men now.
Yeah, this is interesting.
And I guess the first thing we're going to see is that the pants are a little bit shorter.
They are. I preach to guys, you have to have one break in the pant, and it's got to touch the top of the shoe. And look at what we've got now. All of these pants are short. They're short, and I don't know if everybody's going to go for that, but that's what the designers are showing. Also, they do the two-tone shoes are big this year.
I was going to say, you have to have a nice-looking pair of shoes if you're going to pull this off.
Oh, there's no question. And socks, that's a big question mark. Do I, don't I? The guys in Florida don't wear socks.
Yeah, so what is...
You can go either way with it. I mean, they're showing socks with these short pants, but I don't know that I like it, but here we go anyway. And the guys' jackets are very narrow cut, almost a little bit of a feminine cut to it because it comes into the waist so much. That's a new treatment. And we're seeing hats, the fedora type hats are really big for spring. And the next picture, which she's got coming up, is this is by H&M, which we have H&M now in Southwest Florida. That's exciting.
Great price points.
Great price points. I love H&M. But this is an interesting suit in that it's very narrow cut, and get those lapels. Look how thin they are compared to how they've been in the past. So it's
very, very fitted looks that are in for men as well.
Extremely fitted, and you and I were talking about that. That's not a lot of not a lot of American men can wear that, because guys and American men are just have a little bit boxier, fuller figured kind of thing. That's the harder.
Bill could wear it though. Yeah, he's saying
Oh
he
yeah,
loves
but it's
it.
just
Well,
hard to
hey,
get away
before
with.
we run out of time, I want to make sure, because I know you deal with working moms, you deal with
Yes.
people in the corporate world. What's the one thing you think that can really update somebody's look?
Other than getting in the right color for your hair, skin, and
which
eyes,
you're always, I
hair,
know, a huge...
hair. It's a big issue that we see in Florida, and people are afraid to make a change with their hair, but sometimes
so
the
attached to
I know
it.
it. But the slightest tweak with your hair can make you updated. It can update your look and make you look younger, and it just refreshes the whole.
You said you
appearance.
actually had a lady come
I
in. She
did.
saw you on TV.
She saw me
came
on the
in,
morning one, and she
yeah.
came and did a consult with me yesterday, and she has beautiful white hair, but she had a comb over with her hair. And I said, can I just play with your hair just a minute? So I just went in and messed it up. She's really short hair, and we just did a kind of a little jazzy, funky look, and she goes, oh, I look so young. It was great. It was just a minute, you know.
Well, you are all, you're full of all these great tips. You have them in your book as well. We're actually going to be giving away a copy of this right now. Fourth person to call 239-673-3388. Again, we'll win a copy of Tamra's book, again, which has a lot of great tips. You can't win, though, if you've won something with us over the last 90 days. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I love all the
Fun.
updated spring looks, and we look forward to having you back. So
Thanks,
thank you,
Carly.
Tamra.
Thank you.
And again, today's Extraordinary Image segment is sponsored by Albert Calvario, financial advisor with Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, the leading global financial services firm.
Hey, Tamra, would you come over here and mess my hair up? I could use some help. Hey, how much is that doggy in the window of Pet Patrol for you? Well, we've got a deal for you. Carly's got it when we come back.